Good afternoon. I'm Consuela, occupational therapist, caregiver coach. I am here today to do my Tuesday Q&A session for caregivers out there. If there is a caregiver today that has a question that they want to share with me about a caregiving situation that they may be having, I would definitely welcome them to share that with me. So today is Thursday, the second Q&A section of this week, where I would love to take your questions and see if anyone's out there who has any caregiving question that they would like for me to address regarding something that they may find challenging in the caring for their loved one. Let's see, get my phone situated here. I would like to just start off by mentioning to you all here on Instagram about the podcast interview that I did with the proactive caregiver. I was able to be a guest on the podcast with Jessica with the proactive caregiver, and on that podcast we discussed procrastination and the impact that procrastination can have on caregiving. So if you get an opportunity to check that out, I'm sure you'll be able to glean some points and some insight on how there may be some areas in your life where you're just putting off dealing with things that may need to be addressed. So thanks again for tuning in today, and I am just grateful to be able to be here on this platform to share some information with you all. So today, it's just been a low-key day for me as I'm just regrouping after the Mardi Gras holiday. Not that I went to any parades and all, but just being off and now just trying to get back in the gear of things. And just being on here today to just see if there's anybody who may have a caregiving challenge that they would like to discuss with me. So until someone joins live, I want to talk to you about just caregiver safety. When you are caring for your loved ones, they're just often things that need to be constantly reevaluated in the home to make sure that there are no safety concerns, no hazards that can present themselves. And one of the definite areas would be the bedroom and the bathroom. Those are key areas where most of the falls occur in the home as your loved one may be getting out of the bed and making their way to the bathroom, and oftentimes into the bathroom, just being just not aware of maybe their footing, or just not having the devices available in the bathroom that can make things safer. So some of the things that you can consider are the grab bars. We've all heard of grab bars, but placing grab bars in the correct location is one of the things I find that those who are just going to the box stores and buying grab bars, some of them tend to not put them in the ideal location. So you want to always make sure that the grab bars just for number one are just properly secured to the wall. And I am not a fan of the suction grab bars. Yes, they are making them better and better, but they are not fail-proof. And what happens is if you have someone who is unable to catch themselves in the event that they lose their balance, a suction grab bar will pop off of the wall, and as a result, the person will fall. So if you have a suction grab bar that you have mounted to the inside of the the wall of the shower. They are good in that instance where somebody just needs to just brace themselves on the grab bar for just a second while they are stepping over into the tub or stepping out of the tub, but they're able to bear their full weight through their legs. Then it's a fairly safe piece of equipment to use. But if you have someone who has the tendency to not, I'll say a tendency for their legs to buckle or lose their balance. They're not able to stand up long. They are not able to, just react quickly and swiftly to stay on their feet. Relying on a suction grab bar is not the thing to do. So what a suction grab bar would do is if you were to suddenly grab on it and bear your full weight on the grab bar, it would come off, and it just leads to injuries. So the thing that I always recommend is that permanent grab bars be used. When a permanent grab bar is properly mounted in the correct location, it's the support that we all could use when we are losing our balance. It gives you that thing to sturdy yourself on when you are off balance, like during the stepping in and stepping out process. When you have wall-mounted grab bars in and outside of the tub, these are definitely fall prevention method that significantly reduces the chance of falls and injuries, but not the same when we have the suction grab bars. Another thing I want to address with the tub is the handheld shower head. That becomes a big plus when you have someone that needs to stay seated and you need to rinse the different areas of the body. Then the suction grab bar definitely is a added feature for increasing tub safety. So just because I've honed in on the tub safety, the three things that I've mentioned so far are that wall-mounted grab bars instead of suction-mounted grab bars are the safest option. And adding to that is the handheld shower head. And that is definitely a benefit for the caregiver who's assisting as well. When you tend not to have a handheld shower head, there's a lot of reaching and straining as you're trying to rinse an individual off. And it just puts a lot of wear and tear and exhaustion to the caregiver, and things are just much easier, and you can control the flow of the water and the direction of the water when you're properly using a handheld shower head. And the other component I would like to add is the seat. Having the proper seat in the tub will increase the bathroom safety. And several options. The seat, which is a chair, which all four legs are seated in the tub, is where the seat is with all four legs in the tub. That is one option, and with that option, the person must be able to safely step over the edge of the tub and then access the tub that way to sit onto the seat. And again, the grab bars that are permanently placed inside of the tub are a big help. And they also have what we call a tub mounted grab bar, which is a grab bar that attaches to the tub itself in the event that you're maybe renting or don't have the luxury of adding a grab bar into a wall because maybe the wall surround of the tub is one of those hollow surrounds where you can't feel anything solid that you can mount a grab bar to. If they are using a tub chair, then the tub mounted grab bar becomes another option, and that mounts by like in a vise type fashion where it fastens to the rim of the tub. So that becomes an option with the tub seat. Now, the last type of seat in the tub would be the bench. It's called a bench because it is longer. And with a bench, the tub bench, 2 legs are located in the tub and 2 legs outside of the tub. Now, with the tub, they have fancy ones, you all. Things that you sit on and slide over on. Those can be tricky, and I very rarely recommend those, but they do work. But for the most part, a basic tub bench where you sit onto the tub from the outside and you manually slide your body over into the tub, it suffices. It doesn't have to be that fancy one where the seat is on some rolling casters that slides the person over into the tub. It works, those sliding fancy things, but they're not. They are not necessary. But with the tub bench, the tub-mounted grab bar is not an option because it blocks the legs from getting into the tub. So, I mean, that's probably hard to picture here on this video without a demonstration, but it is definitely something I could, if you were interested and you needed more assistance in that, I'd definitely be able to share with you some more information about the use of a tub bench and use of a tub seat in the tub. So look, that pretty much just wraps things up today. Hi, Rest Assured. I'm Consuela, occupational therapist, and I am winding things down today. I thank you for peeping in today. So today I address some tub safety, looking at addressing the fact that suction grab bars are not always safe, and I do not recommend them because they are not reliable. Hi there. They cause a lot of problems because those who cannot bear their weight and cannot catch their balance and are relying on something that is suctioned to the wall are going to find that it is not adequate, and it leads to falls. So I definitely recommend a permanently wall mounted in the studs grab bars. And then the next thing was the handheld shower. The handheld shower head definitely makes it convenient for being able to reach those areas where hard to reach areas, and it reduces the need to always have to stand up when you're in the tub. And it definitely takes the stress off of the caregiver because it lessens you having to bend over and strain and reach during the process of assisting your loved one with the bathing. And the third point and the final point is that looking at the different types of seats. There are seats versus benches. Benches are for those who cannot safely step over into the tub, whereas a seat requires that a person steps into the tub, and that's where those grab bars can definitely come in hand to make sure that the grab bars are there to catch them in the event of the loss of balance. So that wraps it up for me today. I thank you for joining in, Ms. Rest Assured. And are you an occupational therapist or a therapist? I like that name. It's sketchy there. Yeah. Glad to have you tune in today. So that concludes it today. I'm Consuela, occupational therapist, caregiver coach, and I am so glad to be able to be here and be available for those who have questions about caregiving. And I was glad to share my information and knowledge to you about how to increase tub safety. So take care, and we are in a dementia-related business. Okay, all right, well, good to hear that. That risk sort of made me think about OT. I'll have to check you all out and take a look at your post. So thanks for tuning in today. And I also go to Clubhouse at 1 o'clock where I just started that. And there you don't get to hear me only, which is sort of one-sided. In the Clubhouse space, we get to dialect. So where we have a dialogue where you can ask me a question and I can directly answer your question. And that's a space I've made available to caregivers as well. For those who have these quick questions, just little things that could change how the safety is done in the home. If you just know one little bitty thing, it could really help to make the caregiving process much easier, safer, and you can save a lot of time if you just know different things and tips and methods about how to do things to assist the loved ones in your life. So thank you again, and I am going to be on the Clubhouse at Caregivers Finding a Foothold. No, Caregivers Finding Hope. And I have a link in the link tree. If on a Tuesday or Thursday you are available to join me in that space. So thank you again, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.